start recording this. Right. So again, welcome to this business presentation for RoyalQ for everybody that's new. Of course, we do have a couple of our distinguished guests and friends here in the chat. And again, as I said, we're going to discuss a couple of news. Let me first off introduce this chat. Is brought to you by our leadership with Orlando Castro, Hector Guillermo, Carlos Guerra, and several others that are making a great effort to bring you this chat for you today. Once more, we're sharing our, I'd like to make this very interactive, even though we might have a small place to do questions. Oh, don't tell me I was muted. That might have happened. Sorry, we are live. And can you hear me now? Let's make this very interactive. Raise a hand if everybody can see the presentation, hear me, right? And who's excited to hear about the news? Let's raise a hand. Who's gonna be very attracted to what we have to say today? So first off, in the presentation, as we very much thank you, Hector, thank you, Jennifer. Maybe it's because there's some few people around now, but let's try to do this very interactive once more. And there's a lot to discuss today. Again, we're gonna have questions and answers at the very end. This is supposed to be a two-part thing. And I'm hoping to take around 30 minutes to present RoyalQ to you in English. Oh, and also a very important thing. We have discussed this before, and this will be an English only session. So if you can do it, if you are from other latitudes and need translation, it's not a problem to do, but we are bounding ourselves to English for the hour that we're gonna present this and questions and so forth. First off. Secondly, we would like your undisclosed attention. So if you have your cellular phone, another page open or something like that, please focus on Zoom for now. And as is our tradition, let me talk just a brief minute about me. I'm an informatics major, I'm a professional in telecommunications, computer science, and all of that jazz. Very much into cryptocurrencies since 2015, and with the pleasure of having been joined by several friends that are in the leadership here. First off with Orlando Castro since 2017 around-ish, I believe. And yeah, we've been discussing and been doing several online ventures, business opportunities, disrupting things that have been going around, right? Like DeFi and other buzzwords that have been rolling around. And until we discovered or were invited, first off, by our really good friends, and Orlando Castro went in and joined up with RoyalQ, discussed it with the group, and presented that to us. And here we are now. A little brief history of our group. We are right now 40,000 strong and growing, and that is very important. I have a connection issue probably, so I apologize if there's stuttering a little bit. We are live, so I do apologize for that. I also got visitors home, and I got a couple of cellulars going on around, so I'm trying to shut everything down so we are stable, of course. And let me double check that. Yep, that should do the trick also. And as I was saying, we've been doing this for about 6 months, and this group is very pleased to bring this option for you. Right? Oh, there's noise coming around. Hector, you got it?
Everything is perfect.
Okay, good. Thank you very much. I thank you again, Hector, for making this available and being there for us. And again, just making a little bit of history, just making sure everybody is here and enjoying the presentation. And well, again, we are 40,000 strong and growing, which is really a really nice number to say. It's easy to say, but you know, this is also taking a lot of effort from everybody. So we do appreciate very much your assistance. And without further ado, let's do this. Let's present you these options. Again, this presentation will have two parts. The secondary options are totally optional for you. I do want to stress this very much. But also, we will have a second part of the presentation for you to join us with questions and answers, etc. So feel free to either interrupt me, if you will, raise your hand. We will have moderators to show us that, or wait for the space so you could answer, you could ask questions further. And as we've been saying, right, we've been presenting this for a couple of months now. Well, myself, or a couple of Saturdays before. We have a lot of news to cover, a lot of information we would like to give you, but we will start off with a great news. Well, two news. One is kind of, I don't want to say bad, but one is concerning everyone, and the secondary or the second news is really, really good. So first off with the news, the thing that's been concerning certain groups is that the company has been known to monitor accounts, and there's been certain abuse of the system, and so they are clamping down on faulty accounts, on people that are trying to overtake or abuse the system, right? So if you know somebody that might have been affected by that, that's the reason. They might be a time for appeals, but right now they are shutting down every account that is presenting a false or a false start in the system, right? Or abusing certain aspects of it. So if you're joining us, please do follow. It's very simple to follow the rules. I'm sometimes concerned about that. There's very smart people in both sides, but we do try to keep it close to legality, etc. There's been issues with certain things, so the company's keeping an eye on everything legal, on everything by the books. You know, this is very, very important to the health of the system for everybody. So that's the concerning news. Now to the good news, and to hype up everyone, I do want to see some emotes, if you will. This will be very important. Who wants to hear good news? Who wants to get acquainted with what's been happening with RoyalQ, the system, what's going on about with the bot, the artificial intelligence? Who wants it? Hector, thank you very much. Who else? Jennifer is good, right? We got some participants. Everybody, let's go. So great news for everybody. We now have had our third 1, 2, 3 platform join us, and we now have, and this is great news for the US especially, we now have Coinbase. We now can add this new slide into the presentation. We will update it later on, but we now have 3 platforms you can bound your robot to. And we of course know we have Huobi, Binance, of course, one of the greatest platforms there. And now we have joined with Coinbase. This is a great news. First off, it's a sign of privilege. It's a sign of certain pedigree, if you will, certain status, right? It gives us better status. It's like if you're joining with a great professional chef, an athlete, right? An athlete can be recognized. I would say, I don't know, what one of the most famous ones is Michael Jordan, right? He was able to get 1 ring for 1 season. He was a champion. Then he got 5 more. So everybody knew he was a great athlete. Nonetheless, he kept at a high status, right? So he kept earning that, right? Outside the sports, he's a great speaker, right? His oratory is really good. People recognize this leadership. That in similar fashion, RoyalQ has achieved a new status, right? Joining with a third party that they need to comply, they need to follow the rules, they need to present a solid project to do it, right? Coinbase is not going to allow anyone just willy-nilly to use their API. So this is great news. And to now formally start our announcement, this is a big international brand, of course, with depth, with knowledge, right? They launched this automated system, if you will, this bot, this application this year, 2021, after conducting a 4-year assessment program, fine-tuning the artificial intelligence, and of course, developing things for their own, which are proprietary, of course. And after the period of testing, of making the AI work as they intended, they launched this product this year. Again, it was because of several friends that joined the opportunity first, and they started growing the group that we are here today. So we thank them again. And with that, well, basically RoyalQ, just to give some contents there, that this is some of the points we're going to take, some of the background of the company, of the associated traders and computer scientists and people in the know that are behind this platform. They are based out of Singapore, of course, in Asia, and not only there, there's a couple of them that travel around the major Asian countries. They are from several different countries there, but they are also providing several technical issues, technical knowledge, providing to the group, and the experience and the what we call the fundamental analysis in trading, of course. So after they were ready to launch in also about March or April this year, 2021, it has taken very few months, around 6 months, to reach the highest levels, first off, and to amass over 250,000 strong and growing. And in just our group, we are 40,000 right now. So this is some of the background of the company, very brief to keep it safe. And as I've already said, we worked with Binance, first off, which is a leader in the platform industry. They have developed their own cryptocurrency. They have stopped and are aware of several of the faults and piracy that may come about. You know, there's very intelligent people doing the wrong work, and they might have tried to circumvent and surpass several security issues. Binance has been clamping down on that. They're on the topmost of the game. One of the most prestigious platforms, dealing with $1 trillion a day. Let that sink in a little bit. And one of the leaders, again, a very prestigious company with several people involved, both in traditional finances and stock and other financial issues. Yes. And we also run with Huobi. And of course, right now we need to update this for Coinbase. But all these three platforms share all this success. They are some of the top exchange platforms for cryptocurrency. In the specific case of Huobi, of course, they also exceed the $1 trillion per day. Again, this is a very important quote for you to remind you. And they work most of Asia, of course, Australia, other countries, Europe, they have enough presence there. Sadly, not that much in the Americas as Coinbase or Binance, but this is just because of regional issues, and you don't overextend what you cannot service, right? That this is a very natural thing occurring. Binance has been able to grow a little bit more. This is why it's a more known or acceptable platform. And let me interject here that we are working seriously to be able to bring KuCoin into RoyalQ. What we would like you to do is, if somebody that shared the link with you that has presented this for your option, please contact them and ask about what we can all do to share and help the platform join into KuCoin. It's let's say it's a demand, it's an inquiry we want to do. It's very dear to our hearts, and that will help some of our Latin American countries, of course, and other countries that are not able to either join Coinbase or Binance, for example, and that way they can join us in. So very probably in the future, this will be able. Another thing I want to interject here, just before we jump into some other things for the quantification things here, is very briefly to also tell you, we are working hard in that same inquiry to tell the company, the developers, to give us Spanish language translation first off in the app, but also we are procuring the best practices, right? So in this order, if we all are asking politely all the things, the company is certain to hear us. They do certainly hear the leaders. Our V5s, V6 are working hard on that also, but this is a concerted effort. So everybody who can contribute for the app to grow, ask about how you can also help on this effort. It will be greatly appreciated. And without even more delays, of course, the intelligent quantification robot, or RoyalQ as we like to call it, is basically a pair of 3 different pillars and 2 very important aspects. The 3 things in concrete are artificial intelligence and an analysis of big data that occurs in real time. This is why the application had to wait for around 4 years to be developed and launched. It's not an easy task to make the artificial intelligence understand certain things. So you need to train it, right? This is a common thing to understand. And then there's the technical analysis, who most of you might know by the charts, the mathematics of it all. But there's also the fundamental analysis, which is really, really important. So these 3 pillars, these 3 things work in unison inside the robot. This is what all these words mean, right? And the basic structure in how we do it, or how the bot does it, is through spot trading. Again, this is very important. We are not using leverage. We're not using loans. We're not using any other system that in the past has proven is somewhat interesting, with certain disadvantages or certain quirks that are not that positive in the long run. It might be, or might have been for some, a nice way to learn, a nice tool to learn things, to maybe develop the knowledge, maybe to pay for things and be able to do things. But today we know that the best way to do trading for cryptocurrencies, this is very important to also note, this is for our universe. And to be more precise, it's not all the cryptocurrencies, it's just the best 50 projects around in cryptocurrencies, the top 50, if you will, plus a couple of other projects that are there that are really good. The company evaluates, quantifies everything, and then develops which of the cryptocurrencies should be available in the app, right? So we can focus on the things, pinpoint to precision how the big data is running around, and then the bot executes. So that's how we can make very brief and to the point information that we are presenting here. Very briefly, what is quantification trading? Just in small words, it's how we develop the artificial intelligence and big data information, how that technical analysis is processed, and basically gets rid of the human error, right? Of the human feeling or gut feeling that might arise at certain points, or states of mind, improvisation, or thoughts that are abounding around and might influence you personally, not for the greatest of goals, right? To develop a good trade route. And thus also helps to steer you into the best positions. Maybe even you not understanding it all or not feeling well about it. If the bot is telling the thing to do certain things, it will execute. It will not hesitate. It will not take a break. It will not breathe deeply and left it to feelings. It will automatically execute on a cold term, but also a very efficient thing. And of course, being an artificial intelligence, it will execute in milliseconds, something that traditional traders like myself or Hector or Orlando, Carlos, and others, of course, we're human and we cannot execute at certain levels. And this is very important for certain trades, certain volume of things, to be able to do it as fast as possible. So that is also a very understandable and very safe idea. We're going to also tell a couple of things about safety, in the sense that this is a very simple system to use. This slide I'm going to skip a little bit over, but if you want to notice is how the trading principle works. You work as the investor. You are the person that is gonna keep its finances safe by just dealing with the money on Binance, on Hobby, and now Coinbase, of course. And you'll have complete control of your account and of your money. We cannot stress this much more because this is one of the best things. We've been asked, of course, if what happens if the bot should stop or do something. It doesn't matter if the RoyalQ bot might fail. We don't expect it to have that much problem. But if that should happen, or on the other aspect of things, we have had questions regarding, and Javier, what happens if I lose my mobile app, if I change iPhone from iPhone to Android or whatever? First off, your money is safe because you're not sending that money to anyone. I want to stress this. You're not sending money to anyone. You are using your own money in your own account. That should give you just enough peace of mind. But moreover, if the bot or if the artificial intelligence should fail, which I don't think it will, but if anything has happened, as has happened before with services, this is a known issue. Servers or power outages might happen, right? The bot keeps on working. Don't worry about it. This, again, is one of the safety issues. Your money is not going to leave your account, first off. And secondly, if the computations and the trades should finish as they are programmed, you will have your earnings. You will have all your money safe and in your account. But moreover, the trades will continue up until the conditions are met. And we've had this before. I want to stress this very much. We have experienced outages in the bot, for example, for a couple of days. Then the bot returns with an update, of course. We've been asked to update our API keys. That's not a problem to do it. And the system keeps on going. So that also gives us a third and a fourth layer of safety and peace of mind, again, or safety in our finances. So this is why we recommend RoyalQ very much for our friends, right? And why do we want to do it? And this is also concerning the secondary portion of the presentation. So again, in small words, everything here I've just told you about. We work with the 50 major currencies. We support certain languages. We're working in Spanish. Of course, there's a multinational language education and training system for certain languages, Portuguese and German, I believe, Taiwanese and Indonesian, Chinese, of course, Japanese, Korean. But basically, we work with quantitative KOL or know your line circles, right? So this is another pillar of the system. I talked about it, that they work with the technical analysis, big data, all the math, all the scales, right? That's very understandable. It's very commonplace, but there's another thing of importance, the fundamental analysis. These circles are responsible for knowing all of that and feeding that precise information into the bot and how it will execute your trades for you. And in this part, I would also like to say that, for example, in my personal case, but I believe this replicates every level and with all our leaders, we do have, and I personally have, doctors, very old ladies, very young ladies, and very young men trying and using this bot, right? Why? This is because it's a very simple platform to use. It doesn't require a lot of time. I also have in my direct approach, right? Friends of mine that are doctors, architects, people in public service, like in the government and such, and they don't have time, right? The first thing they tell me is like, Javier, I know you're also a busy person. You do these presentations and translating and doing stuff. And I don't have time to learn all that you already know. Just please tell me what you're doing. What's the easiest thing to do? And what I found out of everything I've done online and with my friends, Hector and Orlando, I keep mentioning them because they are, of course, the leaders of this project. And I thank them very much to be there. But the simplest thing I've found is actually to do RoyalQ. So this is part of what I'm promoting. This is why I like to do these presentations. We also like to say, please use this service for you, of course. And with all that said and done, it's time to maybe get into the second part, the rewards and the things. But I do want to stress that you can present this option to everybody. Of course, if it's a serious investor and already knows about trading cryptocurrencies, they will basically love this application that lists a lot of things they should do and gives them an option how to keep less stress on the things and liberates their hands and their eyes to do things. We're going to see that at the end. But this is one of the greatest things. If you have someone who wants to leverage their finances, to want to empower how they do, and with other things that have been occurring in the world, many businesses, many jobs, work options have been shut down, changed the way they work. So many people are looking on how to reinforce their finances, right? Or basically just look for a way on how to leverage what little capital they have to produce, to make it grow and multiply for them without all the hassle, right? So that's what basically RoyalQ does for you. So in the rewards model, in the revenue model, what we do is, first off, we set the bot with a very simple step process. It's really easy to do. And of course, there's the optional thing. And I do want to stress this is completely optional. You don't need to do this. You don't need to refer anyone. So I will stress that just by the bot in itself working, that's enough for you to empower your finances. If you're good to this point, I would like to say that go with the person that shared this link, that shared this presentation with you. Get questions from them, of course, how to join, what's the link I should use, download the app, have your capital ready, get your Binance or Coinbase or Huobi if you want to use them, founded, verified, of course, those are prior steps. Then there's 3 easy steps to just join. It's downloading the app, joining in with one of the accounts, and pay for the activation fee. That will be an annual fee for you to cover. It's $120. That's really easy to do. Once it's done, you will be able to use the full advantages of the bot. Your trade will start and you can join some of the circles. Ask the person that refers you the link of this presentation, and of course the link to download the app. Ask them if they have a strategy, if they're following something. If not, you can ask the group where you found this presentation, most probably, about what is the best options. The leadership has several, let's say, risk-free options for you to follow. Those are great. We all are certainly following the best options out there. And with that, we'll share the secondary things we do here. And again, this is a very simple deal. It should be very easy for you to understand, but we like to call this a career plan, if you like, or a bonus distribution pattern table. I will just like to focus on the first 6 levels. There's only 6 levels, but in this first column, this will be the certainties you need to follow. And I will explain these 2 aspects, which are the topmost priority if you want to develop this. These will lead into the results we like to call out, right? So first off, again, this is very optional, but if you decide to join and activate, you will be a V1 level, as everybody that joins RoyalQ, and you can earn up to 30% of the annual fee that people that might be joining you will pay to the company. And now let me say this, there is up to $70 from that 120 fee that you're paying up that is separated for commissions, payments, and bonuses, right? So first off, you get a direct activation price or bonus of 30%. But let's say you cover these conditions for you to get to level 2. That means you have 3 V1s subject activated under you, right? That you personally invited, and you get this 40%. What does that mean? First off, it's the direct bonus if you refer someone directly, but indirectly or by levels if one of your referrals, and I like to call out on Susie and Patty, which are referrals of mine, and Susanna, she was able to join me a couple of weeks ago. So when she joined, she was, or the price I got for that was 30% of the fee, got $30. But moreover, and more importantly, is that Susie or Susanna invited Patty. And Patty, which is also a very dear friend of mine, but by all happenstance, she joined Susanna. And when she joined, the price for Susie was also a 30% bonus. But from the difference, I was already at 40%, right? So by the difference, 10% of that from Patricia's joining up, that came up to me. I cannot stress how simple this is. You will just follow this table. So once you are like Orlando, who's already a V5, right? He's at 65 from the difference. When I leveled up and joined Susanna, I was already a V2, right? So when Susanna joined up from that referral fee, of course, the activation fee, sorry, from that, the referral or the bonus Orlando had was the difference from that, so 35%. So that should give you an idea how potent this system is without too much of a hassle on levels, on who is and where, what, forget about all the things that might run in your head. This is very simple. If somebody you invite and it's a direct from you, you will get the direct percentage in a bonus, that's first. And if somebody down the line where people are like trying this and working their referral program, or they don't want to do it, it's not a problem. Whatever they do on their own, you will get this also the price fuel, which is the percentage of the bonus results. And I want to stress this, it's only when the system gives you out positive results that will be accounted for. So that is also a very important thing. But from the results of all the trades from the downline, or from the people that are joining you personally, or secondly, or thirdly, whatever level they are, you will get this percentage. Now, this only happens until they get an equal bonus. So if you are like Orlando, level V5, and somebody gets to B5, of course, they equal you, you will not get bonus from that person, but from the people that join him onwards, right? So that's how the system also balances out. And this is very important to stress. People ask us, as Hector likes to say, they ask us two quick questions. First off is, how are you doing in the system, right? So we like to stress that with these bonuses and what the bot is doing, we need no referrals. We are just working with our money and we are doing really fine. And what's the surprise? When we show them our cell phones, we show them our results, right? And here it is. I got $100 just because of my trading, right? So many inquiries of this kind are like with a second intention sometimes. And what happens is we're able and ready to present them results. So they sometimes don't expect that. Secondly, they ask us, well, where does the money come from, right? There's other systems and there's other things that have happened out there. Of course, some of them are illegal. You might know them as pyramids or abundance things or theorems or lending situations. And we get rid of all of that. And what it's certain is, okay, the system will trade for you. That's a given. We'll give you results, right? That's a given. From those results, this is very important to stress out, from whatever you gain, right? So let's say you have $100 or $1,000, sorry, $1,000, and it gives you 1%. So that's $10. From that $10, you will receive directly on your system $8, and 20%, which is $2, will be sent on to the system. That's where the money comes from. That's very easy to understand. And if I am getting $10 for every transaction, for every trade, for every sold out, and I get to keep 8 and pay 2 of that, I mean, we cannot be happier for that system, right? As Hector likes to say it, I am very glad and very happy to give out those $2 because that really directly means I get $8 for every $10 of trade. I am very happy to do that. In the short term, you will be earning around $100 per day. And just to be very honest, at least here in Latin America, $100 per day is just a huge deal that will change many people's lives. I don't know about you, but if you get around $500 a week, 1,000 every 2 weeks, how can that change your life, right? Just think about it 1 second. And that's a very potent issue we can stress, right? That we can underline very much for people. So again, very simple to use, very potent bot with this leverage system that will help you accelerate your finances. Just to be very quick, this is the formula, how we use it. It's a lot of words, but I will already just showed you how we do it. We have several advantages, of course, and this also is a lot of words just to say the companies in frank and wide open growth program, right? They want to reach out, they have already stated several milestones. And right now we also have Coinbase Pro under the bot. So that also means this system is working. We need to update it, of course. But just with that, and to leave you with Hector a little bit, and just for you to have your questions answered, if you have any inquiries, I thank you very much to have joined us. And of course, if you free your eyes, if you free your hands, you have more time to spend with your family, your projects, and this is an option that will set you free in order to reach your goals. We like to uphold that a lot of the time. So I appreciate very much of your presentations, of your being here, and attending my presentation. And we'll let Hector take over. Hector, please take it away. I'll stop the sharing and you can lead us now.
Yes, thank you, Javier, for this spectacular presentation. Maybe I cannot speak like you, but I will try to do my best with everybody here. Okay, so please be patient with me. A few things that I have to tell you about this opportunity is we are now in the best moment to join and work with this app. Why I tell you this? Because we're open as a team. We're open this type of presentation in English because we have the certain and we know for sure that there is a big opportunity in the people with the people that speak English. Okay. And now, because Coinbase Pro has opened its door to us, okay? So we have a big opportunity. We have a lot of people asking us for a solution to work from United States, from England, from other part of the world that doesn't have the opportunity to work with Binance or Huobi, okay? So Coinbase bring us a big opportunity to open a new market for everybody here in this presentation, okay? So you can leverage your finance, you can leverage everything you have done with this app now with this presentation in English. So let us to work with you in the with the people that speak English, okay? Another thing that I want to tell you before remember, if you have any question or you have a comment, please raise your hand. We will see you because we have the chat open. So it's important for us to know if you have any question, okay? So the other thing that I want to tell you that we have this presentation every Saturday. Every Saturday at the same time, we will be with you doing this presentation with Javier, that is a very good person and he has the knowledge. He speaks very well English. So we have what you need to bring people to this presentation, okay? So levers, use the levers that you have with this presentation to speak with other person in English, okay? Dame un segundito, mi amor, que estoy haciendo una presentación. So let us know. I want you to raise your hand if you understand what I'm saying, what I'm telling you now, because I want to make this interactive with everybody. So let me know if you heard me, if you understand what I'm trying to tell you. So please raise your hand. Only Javier. What happened? Okay, Jennifer, who else? Okay, I see now Carlos, Adrian, Alejandro, Alex, Diego, Elizabeth, Eucaris, Martin, Carmen, Monica. Thank you everybody for being with us here now. So,